future.
Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of The Ripple Effect on The Beaten Brush. I'm Rana Kapoor.
And Amishi Mirani. Today's episode is close to our hearts because we're stepping into a space that shapes the very beginning of a child's life, early education. Today, we're talking about a school that's redefining what childhood should feel like, La Joy Montessori Preschool in Lucknow.
And at the heart of that world stands our guest, Miss Akshi Mehta, Director of Operations, an educator who believes childhood is sacred, and a leader who's daring to reimagine what India's next generation is going to look like.
What she's building at La Joy isn't just a preschool, it's a movement that chooses joy over pressure, discovery over instruction, and roots over rush.
This conversation isn't just about school, it's about the foundation of a life. And trust me, it's one you don't want to miss. Akshi ma'am, let's start with a question every parent is worried about today. Screens are everywhere. But in your website, you've mentioned no screen time and a commitment to rediscovering the joys of childhood. In an increasingly digital world, how do you balance traditional Montessori principles with modern learning needs?
Well, this is a much discussion or topic for the discussion among parents, and especially among the parents of the toddlers. So, having said that, when I say no screen time, and when I'm preaching it with my own daughter, it's not about denying the technology. It's about protecting the childhood, protecting her space. Montessori always believed that the hand is the instrument of the mind. Children need to touch, explore, climb,
And
sort things out, pour things, build that, these experiences to learn, which screen time just cannot do it. So that is how, I understood the importance of, physical interaction for learning while using their hands and not replacing the joy of learning with the screens.
right.
Yeah.
It's about tangibility.
Exactly. That's the point. You have got the crux.
That makes so much
So,
sense. Giving children real
really?
experience. Sorry?
No, nothing. You please say.
That makes so much sense. Giving children real experiences before handing them devices is like giving them roots before giving them wings. La Joy doesn't
Absolutely.
La Joy doesn't just teach, it shapes the whole human. Its curriculum focuses on multiple aspects of development: intellectual, emotional, physical, spiritual. It's rare to see a school embrace all four with intention. Can you share how each of these domains actually come alive inside your classroom?
Wow, that's a wonderful question, and I would love to answer it. So, our curriculum is built on the philosophy of Montessori way of learning. Also, I have deeply, adapted our roots and culture and our traditions. Now, how all of these domains are a regular part of their learning at our school. So, when I talk about intellectual, the Montessori material that we use in our daily routines to teach children builds concentration, logic, sensorial refinement, and other skills. Having said that, when we come to emotional, we focus heavily on grace and courtesy.
Yeah.
Everyday greeting in the morning, greeting their friends, their teachers, and self-expression. So every child is free to express in the class. Unlikely in the other school where the children are made to sit quiet,
Yeah.
because that is equivalent to for teachers to have the class in control. So when they say the children, please be quiet, don't talk, please sit down, don't run, don't do this, don't do that. So all of this doesn't exist at larger way at all. So that is how I you know facilitate the emotional expression among my children. And it's not only with my children, it is with my teachers, my
Teachers.
employees. So I encourage them to bring in their value and their ideas to the table. This is not a very authoritative role that I'm playing. I
Don't
am
ask
being just a
child.
supporter to them. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And now coming to the third domain, physical. So we have a dedicated sports coach, and you girls would be amazed to know that my toddlers as young as 3 year old practicing football. They know 3 forms of martial arts: kung fu, jiu-jitsu, and karate. And
Not even
apart from that, we
them.
I am preparing my kids to karate anyone if someone troubles them. So that is how, the
Yeah.
physical aspect
Yes.
is part of the Lajoi curriculum. And my favorite is the spiritual connection. So
Yeah.
this is not religious. It has nothing to do with the religion. It's about grounding. We practice gratitude circles, mindfulness moments. For example, now November, Thanksgiving. This is a month of Thanksgiving, remember? Like, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
what we are doing is, I'm very happy to share, we are keeping and hosting a happiness bazaar. So we have requested our parent community and our past parents, children, current children who are enrolled with Lajwai to bring in unused new items. So in our homes, we have so many things,
Yeah.
the decorative items, the clothes that are new, and we know that it is not going to put to use in any way. I'm sure, things like this must be there at your place too. So what we have done, we have asked the parents and kids to get those things to school, and we are going to keep an exhibition, and our helping hands can pick everything for 10 rupees. It
Wow,
could be a bed
that's
sheet,
great.
it could be a blanket. It's a season of, now that winter season is on set. So anything and everything. So we have set certain criteria that the food item should have minimum of 3 months of shelf life, such and such, so that best of things from the homes unused can be, can reach out to and put into use to people who need it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is how, we are practicing gratitude. Gratitude is not taught to children at this stage saying that this is gratitude. Gratitude is taught by practicing gratitude.
Of course.
So this is how we have inculcated this, module of spirituality among my children. I hope you both like this idea that we are
I love
It's
this
currently.
so
idea.
beautiful. It's so
Yeah.
amazing.
And it sounds like a whole complete ecosystem. It's like childhood, like the way it should actually be. So,
That's how I work at the school. I always get those things and ideas in the school which I would have loved doing it as a child.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
sounds like
So
it.
if I am a big child from my heart, मैं बहुत बड़ा बच्चा हूँ. मतलब I don't say whatever I will achieve in my life, but I will always remain as a child because I feel that children are the purest form of being.
And
They
I
are
think you're
not
reliving your
filtered.
childhood now.
yeah.
Yes, in the best possible way. And while I see reliving, I see that अगर मेरे को ये मिलता तो मुझे कैसा फील होता, अगर मैं ऐसा करती तो मुझे कितना खुशी होती. So that's how, things they come into idea and into reality at Lajoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll move on to segment 4. When you look at the landscape of preschool education in India, there's pressure, there's competition, there's rushing. From your perspective, what's the biggest challenge in the education system? And how does the joy push against that tide? Also, what gave you the idea to study Montessori?
See, when I say challenge, there are two things, and both of things are very apart. First thing is that parents are not ready to send their child to preschool. They feel that this is a very early detachment from their personal space at home and sending them to preschool. मेरा बच्चा कैसे खाएगा, उसको वॉशरूम जाना होगा, who is going to attend my child, who is going to facilitate. So there is a lot of, there is no detachment from the parents. They are just not letting their child go to the outside world.
Yeah.
Now, see, you both girls are in hostel, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there must be some initial jitters with you and your parents to be up for your learning. But now that, see, both of you girls are doing such an amazing job. If you would have not been detached then, you won't be able to do what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? So it's very difficult. Parents, they wait. We'll send our child after 4 years of age or 3 years of age. They don't understand as early is as good.
Yeah.
Why not to inculcate independence from 2 years itself? So when I talk about my own child, Ahara doesn't want anything to be done for her.
Wow.
She feels closed. She feels that I'm being shut. If someone is doing something for me, she doesn't take it as a help. If she needs help, she will ask for it.
Right.
Help is always asked and then given.
Yeah.
Help should not be given to those, मैं कर देती हूँ, मैं कर. Why should I do it for her?
Right.
Because that is paving the way for her to learn. If I'm going to do it everything for her, how is she going to learn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my daughter started her preschool journey from 18 months itself. That's the intake that we take. But we are still struggling. The challenge is that the parents are not ready to detach. They
Yeah.
are very, very, scared, and they don't trust the school very, easily. So I think the children are very ready to experience the outside world at this age, but the parents are not.
Right.
The parents. So we wait for parents to get ready and send their children to the school. Now I said there are two opposite points.
Yeah.
The parents who are ready and who are sending them early and they are enrolled with Lajoy, now the rushing parts come. The rushing part is they start comparing the children and the milestones. Ma'am, the other child has started writing. My child is not being able to write. The fine motors are not developed. Now, ma'am, the other child is such a good eater. She eats everything. My own child is such a picky eater. What to do? Every day the lunch box is coming, as it is. She's not eating at all. What do I do? So the ones who are not ready don't want to send to the school only. They're completely ignoring the importance of preschooling as the first phase of learning in a child's life. On the other hand, the ones who are enrolled, they are rushing. They're after the teacher's life. Yeah, so we are just juggling in these two sets of mindsets of
Yeah.
parents, that either they don't want to do it at all, or the ones who are doing it, they're just rushing behind the milestones to achieve for
Yeah.
their children.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you've been recognized among the top 100 inspirational women. And I love how you openly speak about women's health, especially like menstrual cycles, as a leadership strength, not a burden. How do you think understanding the workings of a woman body help build stronger, more resilient women leaders?
Wow, what a question. I Okay, women in leadership. It's my and empowerment. It's my favorite topic to talk on to.
Yeah.
So I believe every woman carries innate leadership. You, Araina, you are a leader. Ishi, you are a leader. You both already are leaders. So for me, every woman is a leader.
Yeah.
But many of us grew up disconnected from our bodies. Lately, while I was establishing Lajoy, I was hustling day and night. There would be endless nights that I would work until 4 in the morning and then rush to the school again. And I was not understanding that I was just being cruel to my body just to achieve things and be satisfied and content and validate my own, being or what I was doing. But then I saw that this is getting me some fatigue with and no kind of rest is going to give me permanent ease to my body.
Yeah.
One day resting would only give me a temporary reprieve that okay, now I'm feeling better and next day I'll go to work again. But I have worked to understand my own body rhythms, that my own hormones. So during the days of my period or before my cycle is going to begin, I know that my fatigue is greater, and my focus is also lesser than my usual day. So I give my body that rest. It is okay if I'm not being that productive as I'm in my other days.
Yeah.
So that is how I understood that the body of men and women are different.
Very
They,
different.
their bodies function differently, and our bodies function differently. I would see my husband working with that great focus and stamina, and I am not being able to do. I used to feel that there's something wrong in my body. There was nothing wrong in my body. It is just that I was not understanding my own body.
Yeah.
So it's so now I tell that on those days, if my productivity is lesser, then I feel that resting is my own productivity.
Yeah.
I am recharging on my own those days, and after that I work like a fire. Once my menstrual cycle is over and I'm back, and I work more than I could have done in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I talk about women health, it is very important for you girls also to understand there can be days that you are not productive at all, and it is okay.
Yeah. I love
You should
Yeah.
yeah. So it's okay. Your body needs rest. I am resting. That is your productivity. You're giving rest to your body and recharging for the greater days.
Yeah.
So this is important and not taking it as a challenge or taking it as a problem to your body, rather than understanding that we are connecting and we are understanding what my body needs.
Yeah.
So, if we want more women in leadership, we must first teach girls that their bodies are not obstacles.
Yeah.
They are powerful biological systems designed for resilience, intuition, and strength.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes complete sense. I think it's also very important for people to realize that rest is not bad. It's like it's just helping you replenish yourself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
When women understand themselves, they stop apologizing for it and start leading with it.
Yeah. You're a school leader, a mom, a creator, and somehow you show up with grace in all roles. What does a day in your life actually look like? And what rituals do you protect no matter what?
Okay. So, with me, there are two things
Yeah.
which is in my rhythm and it is in my routine every day. And nights are with my daughter. And everything in between is La Joy and my extended family.
Yeah.
So there just cannot be a single day that I don't start my morning with my daughter. And there just cannot be a single night that I'm not, wrapping up my day without her. Two things, and that will never fade out: mornings and night rituals with my daughter, and everything in between is work.
That's so nice. You have a really good work-life balance. I see that.
Yeah.
I really don't show, because for me, Raina, honestly saying that balancing, I don't know how to balance. I really don't know how to balance, and I'm still learning, because I am one person. I'm a little extremist, and I believe in breakthroughs. कि मुझे ऐसे करना है, and it has to be best, and whatever I'm going to get, it would have never been existed earlier, and I'm going to get something very new and very special, and people will be in awe and of all of that. I'm still in that phase, and I'm learning. If you talk about balance, that I'm not the right person, I'm being very honest, and I'm accepting it between both of you. I'm still learning to balance,
Yeah.
because थोड़ा सा hustle करने का है. Like, I want things best way. They just cannot be they cannot be a complacency in my work. I'm learning, and yes, my life is not very easy. There is chaos, and I love my chaos.
Yeah.
I really like my chaos.
Of
Whatever
course.
happens in a day, I embrace it, and now that only fuels me
Yeah.
to get up every morning and start my day.
It's fascinating how structure creates freedom. They're what keeps the day from running you instead of you running the day.
Yeah. One thing I admire is how LaJoy stays global in its mindset, but deeply Indian at heart. How do you weave culture, language, festivals, and community into Montessori? I've seen children of your school wear ethnic wear and honor diverse festivals without compromising the actual real method.
I love celebrating my own people and festivals of our culture. So our roots are deeply Indian, but our vision is global. We integrate all, our culture in all kind of events. So, for example, the last festival that we celebrated was Guru Purab,
Right.
and we did a ceremony of Prabhat Fairy and Langar Seva and bhajan singing. So my kids knew what actually happens on the day of Guru Purab and what is the significance. So on the day of the festival itself, they related very beautifully back at homes with their own families, and our families have been appreciating it very very deeply to the school, that thanks to the school that they are being taught all of this and in the best way, and they always acknowledge that as parents or as families we couldn't have brought these concepts to them other than the way that you people are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is how I have been integrating all our cultures, traditions, and festivals at Lajoy, and it is one of our USPs. Now, most of the other schools, they have also integrated. They are also adapting all of this, but this is one of the integral our push at Lajoy that makes it really special in its own way.
And I think you're also very creative with your work because I know that a dinosaur, like a costume dinosaur, showed up at your school, and I've never seen something like that before.
Okay, that was something I thought would be very bizarre. But then, having said that, I was like, if it has to be adventurous and the theme is about the theme of Jurassic Park and all about dinosaurs, how about having a dinosaur at the school?
Exactly. And I
What
think
could be the
adults
action?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that event turned out to be a very fun event at La Joy, and all not only the kids, even the teachers, the parents, they all were thrilled.
Yeah.
You've already created so much impact through Lajoy, but I know visionaries never stop at enough. What does the long-term future look at Lajoy in your heart?
Long term, I am going to keep on nurturing what we have made, and I want to make La Joy as an example that influences the preschool system in India.
Yeah.
I want to create that benchmark that
Yeah.
all of this can be offered to the children if we wish to give them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to give to the children at this age. It is just that we have to be ready to give it to them, and the takers also have to be ready.
Yeah.
That there is so much for us, then why don't we just take it? As I told you when you asked me about the challenge that Akshi, what challenges you face, we have such a wonderful community built for early year journey. But parents, they don't want to detach kids. They don't want to send them to kids to school before 4 years or 5 years. So givers also have to be ready to give it to the children. Takers also has to be ready to take it for their children. So Lajoy has to reach to that place that sets these standards and influences positively this preschool industry in India.
Yeah. And I think that's when like real change begins, when like your visions like refuse to never stay small.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, segment 9. Children have a way of learning things that no degree can ever teach you. What's one lesson your child has given you that you now carry into your work every day?
So, with my own daughter, Ahara, there are a lot of things that I have learned from her. This is one topic that I have endless things to share, but I'll keep it very short.
Yeah.
Ahara is fiercely confident. She's very confident. She's like, I can do everything on my
She
own.
takes
It
on
could
her
be
own.
yeah, it could be a heavy suitcase to be, carried at the airport. She'd be like, do it, Mama, don't do apu apu. For everything for her is apu apu. So I'm currently writing a book for her, which I'm going to dedicate it to her. Apu apu. So I understood that maybe she's doing it the wrong way, but she's doing it. And
Doing it herself. Yeah.
yeah, and these mistakes are not her obstacles. These are going to be her, power. And this is going to make her more better. These are going to be her learning. So I let her be. करो बेटा बढ़िया से करो आप ही करो गलत करना है लेकिन आप ही करोगे because that's the best way she's going to learn.
Of course.
If I am going to do it and correct her कि नहीं यार Ahara you have to do it this way, no, she will never learn. So I am a one parent who is more happy a child to do wrong at first. पहले गलत करो.
Yeah.
पहले तो गलत ही होना चाहिए. अगर सही होने के लिए पहले ही सही हो गए तो वहां क्लोज हो जाएगा. And there is infinity to be best. So you do wrong as many times as possible to be the best. So this is one thing that I love and I have learned from her that be fiercely confident, do everything that you want to do. And secondly, that I have learned from her is then that being doing more, it is important to be there first.
Yeah.
ज्यादा करें मैं आई कैन से दैट आई डू अलॉट फॉर हारा मैं हारा के लिए ये भी करती हूँ मैं खाना भी बनाती हूँ मैं उसके लिए एक्टिविटीज भी प्लान करती हूँ आई डू एवरीथिंग फॉर मैंने ये किया अपनी बेटी के लिए अलॉट ऑफ टाइम पेरेंट्स से ना मैंने तुम्हारे लिए क्या क्या किया मैंने तुम्हारे लिए ये भी किया वो भी किया बट देन doing more for her is important. I am being there for her when she needs me.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? So this is what I have learned from Ahara because I had my own bad days and low days. So she was there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there. Just one cuddle of hers and one sight of her, and when I would see her, I would be all right. I understand. After seeing her face, I see that what I am doing and why I am doing. This is the answer when I see
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
Everything recharges and comes back to normal. So this is two things that I have learned. Be confident. Howsoever you're doing anything wrong, karna hai to karna hai, and don't stop. And secondly is being there is more important than doing more.
Yeah, that makes so
Yeah.
much sense. I think that's something me and Ishi really relate on because I remember when we came to hostel also, one time Ishi had braces and she ate chewing gum and she wasn't allowed to. And the first thing
Yeah.
she did is, I'm going to call my mom and tell her. I think,
Because I was so scared of like lying to her in general that I felt like
yeah.
even if I'm gonna get scolded, I may as well just tell her.
I think a lot of incidents have also made me realize that my parents and like my family is never going to leave me.
Yeah.
And with that, we come to an end. Conversations like this remind us that education isn't just about classrooms. It's about childhood, identity, and the kind of adults we eventually become. What you're building at a joy isn't a school, it's a legacy.
And to
Wow.
everyone listening,
Of course.
thank you. And to everyone listening, remember this. The way we shape children today becomes the way we shape the world tomorrow. In today's conversation, if today's conversation made you rethink even one idea about learning or leadership, that's the ripple we hope to create.
Thank you for joining us on the Ripple Effect under Beat and Rush. These stories don't only inspire, they shift something inside you. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep discovering the extraordinary in every day. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Akshima.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls.